Poirot is a most interesting character, apart from anything else, because he is an outsider in this country anyway, but he's also an outsider socially. He's also got a very dark side. He's a lonely man. I think I've said before that he believes the relationship with the man and woman, a loving relationship, is the greatest gift of God, especially when it ends up in marriage. And he himself very often in Agatha Christie's books says, "I wish I had married." And I try and bring out this quality of Poirot more and more, because I think that it is important. You know, he lives alone, he has a manservant, but he is a loner in all ways. And he's become self-sufficient because he's had to become self-sufficient. But when I do have the opportunity of not falling in love with another woman on or in the films, but when those women that I'm with will often make me aware of my own solitude. The one thing I can think of is when he was an avuncular to a character called Catherine Gray, played by Georgina Rylance in The Blue Train.
I shall be your avuncular.
Oh, yes, an avuncular. Oh, that's exactly what I need.
Hello?
She decides to go off travelling on her own. And this comes as a surprise to Poirot. But the surprise betrays itself, I hope for you, the audience, in a sense of loss, in a sense of realization that once more he's on his own.
You're a very dear man. First class avuncular.
There's another time, there's a lovely character called Jacqueline de Belfort, played by Emma Mallin, in Death on the Nile, where the writers wonderfully have me, Poirot, come to her of an evening scene on board a ship, but he reveals to her the loss of his life again.
Love is not everything.
Oh, but it is. It is. You must know that, Monsieur Poirot. Surely you understand.
It is terrible, mademoiselle. All that I have missed in life.
Lord Edgware dies. There's a character called Jane Wilkinson.
It's a shame you've never considered marriage, Mr. Poirot.
There were occasions, Miss Lemon, when I did have la tentation, the temptation. But now, alas, I think it is too late.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, Poirot. If the right woman came along, Jane Wilkinson, for example.
Poirot says, the ticking of a woman has always been a mystery to Poirot. And he says it in such a way that I remember saying in such a way that it may have been a mystery. It's possibly the only mystery he's never solved, and one that he'd like to have solved.
I think I've learned what makes women tick.
Ah, yes, the ticking of the women. It has always been a mystery to Poirot.
The way I try and play him is I'm not asking you to feel sorry for Poirot, because Poirot doesn't feel sorry for himself. In fact, he fights not to. But yes, I think there are a lot of people who watch the series that actually would love Poirot to meet someone, to not only love him, but that he could release and love a lady. And he wished he could too.